Well, I'll be down. For 2023, hell has frozen over. I can't believe I'm about to say what I'm about to say, so buckle up, y'all. I agree with Stephen A. Smith. I repeat, and it's painful to say this shit. I agree with Stephen A. Smith. Now, let me give you a rundown what I'm talking about, right? Stephen A., he was on a Sherry show, and the topic of Rihanna came up. And Sherry was like, yeah, what you think about, Rihanna? She's supposed to be performing in the Super Bowl this year. Halftime. He was like, yeah, that's cool, but she's no Beyonce. Let me say it again. I agree with Stephen A. Smith. Rihanna, non-FBA, a tether. Some might say a culture vulture. She can harmonize here and there, but she's a pop star. She can't sing S-A-N-G. She can sing S-I-N-G. There's a difference. Beyonce is cut from a different cloth. Beyonce comes from that Anita Baker, Patti LaBelle, Aretha Franklin cloth. That Whitney Houston cloth. You understand? So, of course, you can't compare the two. And the reason why I'm zoning in on this, right? Akon, he was running around here recently talking about artists from the diaspora are more talented than FBA artists. Yeah. And I'm thinking, like, give me an equivalence to a Michael Jackson or a Prince from Africa or from the Caribbean. Never in history will you ever see anyone that's equal to our artists. You understand? That's why I never made a video about that, because it was like, I'm like, he's trolling. He got to be. But back to the Rihanna and Beyonce thing. Rihanna, beautiful girl. She can sing. She's popish. But she don't got that soul, that FBA church, Baptist church vibe. She doesn't sing from the soul. And that's the difference. I agree with Stephen A. Smith. Let's get into the video.
Is who's gonna be in the Super Bowl. I know this. Rihanna.
Really?
Rihanna.
Right.
Rihanna is going to be. I'm very excited. Are you excited for this halftime show?
I don't want to say I'm not excited. She's fantastic. That's not where I'm going with this.
Okay, where you going?
Ladies and gentlemen, she's a lot of things. She's spectacular, actually.
Yes.
And congratulations on new mamahood.
Yes.
There's one thing she's not.
Uh-huh.
She ain't Beyonce.
I know she's not Beyonce, but wait a minute. Hold up.
Hold on.
Steven.
The only reason I brought up Beyonce.
Yes.
Is because Beyonce recently performed at the Super Bowl.
Yes, she did.
And with and without Bruno Mars and Coldplay.
Okay, so Beyonce performed, but she's had her time. Now there's Rihanna. Rihanna's coming back. She got that extra of motherhood. I like Rihanna.
You know what? I like television.
Uh-huh.
I like a lot of talent out there. There's some spectacular females in television. I just want to say that. Everybody ain't Sherry.
Okay, everybody's not sharing.
That's not throwing shade on them. That's appreciating their greatness, but understanding there's levels, you know?
Okay.
And Rihanna's music is fantastic. She's great. She's a sister. I love her dearly. I listen to her music. I'm going to support her till the cows come home. I'm just telling you, for me, there's Beyonce and there's everybody else. Just like it was Michael Jackson and it was everybody else.
You got to give Rihanna a chance, because I really think Rihanna's going to surprise you. I think Rihanna's going to surprise you, Steven. And we'll leave it at that and we'll see. I'm going to text you after she performs.
You go ahead and do that.
I'm going to text you.
You got the number?
I got your
You
number.
got the number?
I sure will.
You got the number? She's going to be good. She can't be bad. She's too great not to be good. I'm just saying Beyonce spoiled.
It's okay. Let it go. Open up your mind. That's all I say. Look, I wonder, because we could debate Rihanna.
All right, so y'all heard what Stephen A. said, right? Now, a logical person hearing that, they would agree. They'd be like, yeah, he's right. There's different levels to this shit. Yeah, Rihanna's talented, but she's no Beyonce. But see, we're dealing with the illogical people. The Rihanna Navy, the Nicki Barbies, those little fan bases and shit, those people are whacked out. Like, they live on another planet. You dig? So do y'all know, like I said earlier, they done made this man apologize. Yep, a few hours ago. He apologized. He stood on his square kind of, but he still apologized. He sidestepped. And it's like, why? Why are you apologizing for telling the truth for once in your career? Because you do have a long history of tap dancing and plantation bucking and stuff. But for once, I agree with you. And I'm pretty sure millions of the other people in America agree with you. But you can't be honest no more. You know? I want y'all to check out what he said and comment below. Let me know. Was Stephen A. right or was he wrong? And should he have apologized or should he kept his mouth closed and be like, nah, I said what I said. It is what it is. Let's get into this footage.
I just got out of a First Take and I saw some headline that's circulating all over the place about my quote that Rihanna ain't Beyonce. See, you know, I'm gonna own it. I know what y'all trying to do, but I'm gonna own it because I get paid to speak for a living, so I need to be more careful. I want Rihanna to know you're a superstar. You're sensational. You're spectacular. You're no joke. And you are a worthy person to be doing the Super Bowl halftime show. Having said all of that, I was answering a question from Sherry Shepherd, who took over the Wendy Williams show and now got her own thing going, and I'm very proud of her. And she asked me with a bunch of sisters in the audience what she asked me. Now, I'm a Beyonce fan. I think that Beyonce is not only a phenomenal performer, the phenomenal performer. And the only reason any kind of comparison came into play is because Beyonce performed at halftime of the Super Bowl, not just by herself, but one separate Super Bowl performance with Bruno Mars and Coldplay. And I thought those were two of the greatest shows that I've ever seen. So what I'm saying is anybody has to measure up to that. Last year, with Snoop and Dre and Mary J and Eminem, I was like, Bruno Mars, Beyonce, Coldplay, big time. They got to measure up to that. Anybody who does Super Bowl or Super Bowl halftime show, forever I'm gonna say Beyonce, Bruno Mars, Coldplay, and then Beyonce by themselves. Michael Jackson could still be alive, and I would say it's got to measure up to that. Eminem, who's one of my favorites, I would say that about him. Coldplay, when they talked about Coldplay initially for the Super Bowl, I was like, not enough. That can't measure up to Beyonce and Bruno Mars, or Bruno Mars by himself, or Beyonce by herself. I've always said that. I meant it as no disrespect to Rihanna. I know she's phenomenal, and she's my sister. Nothing but love for her. But Beyonce is my sister too. I got love for both of them. I just think that Beyonce is the greatest performer out there today. That's me. That doesn't mean I'm hating on anybody else. Doesn't mean I'm damn sure wishing for Rihanna to fail. I don't believe she's gonna fail. She's gonna be great. I'm just saying that I'm a Beyonce fan. That's all. That's it. Rihanna, go do your thing. I apologize for creating whatever brouhaha comes of this. I gotta be more careful where people twist it and turn it into something it ain't. My bad on that. Now I gotta go. Good luck, sweetie. Looking forward to seeing you perform at halftime during the Super Bowl. You know you gotta turn it out. You know you gotta turn it out. And I believe you will. All the best to you. Bye-bye.
I can tell that these niggas faking. They hesitating, niggas be waiting. All of a sudden they patient. When shit get real, you know them niggas can't take it. We know the truth.